Hi, and welcome to a quick introduction of the LDO Footfall Dashboard by LDC. Today, I'd like to take you through the dashboard and then also discuss some of the trends and insights that you can start to discover from looking at the data. First of all, we'd look at this section of the dashboard, which looks at the total level, your top level footfall numbers across each device. Then we'll look at the weekly summary and then move on to the hourly summary, and then again discussing some of the trends that you can see. Now, this is LDO, and depending on your subscription level, you may have access to some of these other icons. However, if you've only got access to Footfall, you could click on Footfall to see all of your devices here. Looking at this, we can see that the total passers-by for all of your devices, and then we can also see how they split between each device. From here, we can look at the total passers-by last week. We can look at those numbers compared to the week before, and then look at that compared to 5 weeks ago. So here we can really start to see if your store location is on the up or in decline in terms of footfall. You can also filter this data by different proxies, looking at total footfall for the week before, perhaps the footfall direction 2 weeks ago or even a month ago, and if you have a number of devices, you can filter by address or location. Now, over on the right hand side, we can start to begin to see the trends in that footfall data. This is extremely valuable in helping you understand store performance and how things like peak commuter traffic, a new competitor opening, how roadworks could be affecting you, or even local events. Taking this, for example, looking at this week between the 28th of December to the 3rd of Jan, we can see that actually on New Year's Day the footfall was very low. Had you decided not to open your store on this day, it could have been a good decision for you. Now let's take a look at another retailer. Take this one for example. Looking at the weekly summary and going through the weeks, we can see how the different hourly footfall summaries change each week. Now, this particular retailer doesn't open on Mondays and Sundays, and we can see here represented by grey and blue that the footfall traffic on Sundays and Mondays is a lot lower than the rest of the week. This really helps reinforce the decision that they've made to not open on Mondays and Sundays. You can also look into this data in a bit more detail, and if you only wanted to look at the weekends, you could unselect the rest of the weeks and look at the weekend traffic. Again, a big difference between Saturdays and Sundays. Now, if you're only interested in finding out your weekday footfall traffic, you could simply unselect Saturday or Sunday and then start to see how your footfall numbers compare throughout the week. All of this data can be exported, and it can be exported as a raw data file or as the monthly data is presented here. I'll be able to show you how to do this in a separate video.